I would say, timing is really critical because if you enter a market too early, no matter how strong the founding team, you could be stuck waiting for a day that never comes. Enter too late, and you're fighting an uphill battle against incumbents who have already greater scale. And so in startups, timing matters a lot. For me, timing is the existence of three to four things. One of the most important ones is enabling technologies. There is an enabling technology that is created that makes your product possible, which would not be possible before. The obvious example is Uber or Ola. It would not have been possible without the emergence of the smartphone, not even emergence, the ubiquitousness of the smartphone, right? If 2008, when iPhone was launched, if you just launched Uber then, it would have died because not enough people had phones. Every driver, every person in the world need to have a smartphone before Uber really became possible, or Ola became possible. The same holds true. So enabling, the other one is Square. When Square was started, there's an interesting story. Square initially was an iPhone app only, and then one day, it was I think 6 months into the company's journey, when Apple came to them and said, "Hey, we have a product that we're going to announce. We are looking for some app. We are looking for an app or a few apps to feature on WWDC, which is their announcement. But you need to. It's only 2 months away, so you've got to drop everything else and work with us on this." Of course, the product was the iPad. It was a new product. They were going to announce the iPad. So Square had to make a bet on whether the iPhone product was going well, but they only had like one or two engineers and 4 engineers. They had to stop. Should they stop all development on the iPhone and bet all of it on the iPad? So for 2 months and probably sometime after that launch, focus on the iPad. In exchange for getting massive publicity from Apple, they decided to do it. So they were one of the two business apps that were featured. And it was massive for them because it turns out the iPad was much more conducive to be used as a point of sale than the iPhone. And that was a bet they took. So enabling technology, I think, is one of the most interesting things that results in good timing for startups. The second one I would say is economic trends, economic impetus, I would say, where founders need to keep an eye on macroeconomic factors which make things very cheap, very expensive, or recessionary times, etc., that lead to change in consumer behavior. I don't think it's any coincidence that Airbnb, for example, was started growing during recessionary times during 2008, 2009, because that's when it was harder and more expensive to stay in hotels. People are looking for cheaper things or cheaper ways to stay over the next few years. And the sharing economy broadly grew right after the last recession, I think, because of that. So economic forces. The third one is cultural acceptance. So, for example, as our behaviors change as a society, the viability of a category changes fundamentally. For example, online dating became culturally acceptable at different times in different countries, leading to Tinder, for example, growing and so on. And so I think similarly within high school students, Snapchat started growing, it became culturally acceptable. And then those students became college students, it grew into colleges and so on and so forth. So cultural acceptance is the third one. The final one is regulatory change. Right? Regulatory change is a really interesting thing. Demonetization is a great example in India. It happened in an instant, and people who seized that saw really good traction and progress, and startups who jumped on it. In the US, similar is online gambling. As soon as online gambling got legalized, there's a bunch of interesting companies that have been created to capitalize on it. And so I think combination of technology, economics, culture, and regulatory changes, any one of those, all four of those that come, that's a perfect storm. Obviously, it doesn't happen very often. But even one or two of those, most importantly, I think enabling technologies, but any of these other ones together with it can dramatically change timing. So I think the startup, what is most important therefore is not whether a startup is earlier or later than competitors on an absolute basis. What matters is who enters the market closest to the critical mass point, which is when these forces are really making it the right time for you to enter. It's at the point where technology, economic, culture, and regulatory forces combine to create explosive growth for the startup who enters right at that time. That's why timing matters so much.